answers? I think I'm entitled.
You want answers!
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Can't be good for my health. So many different faces, depending on the different phases. My personality changes. I'm a chameleon.
A lot of the transgender community don't have like a nurturing environment growing up and a safe place to learn about makeup. I feel like Sephora is one of the front runners and able to give you that safe place in order to kind of inspire play and inspire change and inspire creativity.
Androgyny. A combination of male and female characteristics. Characteristics that we can now see in fashion everywhere.
Hi, my name is Lactatia. I'm like at RuPaul's Drag Con right now. I just went and did a panel with Gina Minch, who's like my favorite drag queen ever. Come on, anyone who comes up to me and says, "Oh my God, I'm such a big fan. Oh my God, can I get a picture with you?" No. Are you a lactator? Are you a lactator? I don't care about my fans, I care about my lactators. I'm gonna find out who's lactating today.
The hardest part of all this was when I didn't transition and I was not happy and it didn't feel right.
So we sought the support of a gender specialist. And so through conversations there, Rebecca came to tell us, no, this is definitely me. I'm a girl. I'm a girl in my head and my heart.
I felt like I was a girl because I liked the color pink and I liked girls' clothes and how they wore their hair and stuff.
Hi guys, what's up? It's Evan Ross Katz. I'm senior style editor here at Mike.com. I'm joined by one of the youngest and most famous drag kids in the world. Desmond is amazing.
It is an honor to be back, and I'm very grateful.
Oh, such a beautiful look before my eyes today. Can you talk to me about the look?
This outfit is what I'm calling Ice Queen.
And what inspired it?
Winter. Happy holidays! I'm Desmond is Amazing, and LGBTQ kids, happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Follow me on Instagram at Desmond is Amazing. No spaces.
Love a good plug.
Bye.
So Patty, is it a secret that you want to be a girl?
Actually, I don't want to be a girl. I am a girl.
7-year-olds Paddy and George have something in common. They're both transgender.
They're not some circus freaks. They're normal children who are born with their own plumbing.
Today, kids as young as 3 are saying they were born the wrong gender.
Are you a boy or a girl?
Boy.
because I want to be a boy.
But what do you do when your perfect baby girl wants to be a little boy?
Go in there, otherwise I'll kill you.
George hates being identified as a twin because he associates being a twin as being a girl.
Or your youngest son wants to be daddy's little princess.
He just brings little baby home. Little boy, imagine kicking football with him.
Hi, I'm Desmond is Amazing, and I'm a 10-year-old drag kid from New York City. I love doing drag because you get to express yourself and there's no boundaries, and if you don't think you look fabulous, you do, because your costumes are always fabulous. Even if your makeup isn't perfect and on point, you still look amazing.
Förra somras så kom det liksom jättemånga barn och liksom bara sa till mig, är du kille eller tjej, är du kille eller tjej? Svarade liksom ingenting. Sen så svarade jag att jag var båda.
Oh, that's a lot of people. Don't worry, they don't bite.
Watch out.
Hey.
Hello.
This is Ian. Ian, this is my crew from the LGBTQIA Center.
Hey.
Hey, Ian.
How are you?
Are you gonna introduce yourselves, or do I have to do it for you?
I'm Bethany. I'm a triracial cisgendered girl fag. I identify as pansexual, and my pronoun is she.
Okay. Hi, Emerson. Gender fluid, hetero-romantic, demisexual mutt, and a redhead. My pronoun is Z.
Hey, I'm Rabbit, genderqueer, tax attorney. I identify as Jennifer Aniston. Just kidding. Vember.
DX. Chinese Mexican agender intersex AFAB. My pronoun is they.
Okay. All right, is it okay if I ask a few questions? Better than to assume you know the answers. What is intersex? When a person is born with what is typically perceived as both male and female sex organs. AFAB?
Assigned female at birth. When your parents decide your gender without considering how you may identify in the future.
Okay, and what's the whole pronoun thing? When we talk about DX, we say, ask them if they would like a coffee. But there's only one of him. Her, them.
There's more than one dimension. Can fool you and attract attention. Camouflage my nature. Let me demonstrate. Makeup's all off. Who am I?
Hi everyone, it's Gabrielle. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to be telling you and teaching you how to walk in a more feminine way. Now I'm not going to say like a woman, because obviously there's so many different walks that women do. You can't exactly stereotype women as a whole, but this is kind of like a generic walk, and especially if you are transgender, this will help you in kind of your steps to becoming more passable. I do hate that word. I'll just point out it's not a word that I like to use lightly, but it does have meaning behind it. If you are transitioning, your body language does express a lot to people in society, and especially people that you don't know. Start off by just doing a tiny bit of a sachet. Don't be doing too much of that, just so that your hips and your body can get used to it, because you have to remember your body has been moving and working in a certain way for so many years. It will take practice, but practice makes perfect, okay? So, I'm going to put my hands on my hips. All about flow, it's all about keeping your posture upright at all times. It will become natural for you guys eventually. It just takes a lot of practice and getting used to the changes.
The magic's in the makeup. The magic's in the makeup. If you bore me, then I'm comfortable. If you interest me, I'm scared. My attraction paralyzes me. No courage to show my true colors. genders that exist.
My body told me that I belonged with the boys, but my thoughts, my mind was saying that I belonged with the girls.
Transgender surgery starts to be very popular for both persons and doctors.
I was born a male, had a sex change when I was 30 years old. I've now been living as a woman for 28 years, and I fully regret this.
My problems should have gone away by now, but they hadn't.
So these surgeries are nothing more than plastic surgery. I've had several female to male friends, and you look at it and you just go, oh God, you paid for that. It's horrible.
Nobody can change genders. It's impossible. It's delusional. It's a mental illness.
This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man.
I gotta tell you, Victoria's Secret has hired the company's first openly transgender model. Brazilian model Valentina Sampaio has been posting on social media from behind the scenes of Victoria's Secret's Pink campaign to the delight of other celebrities. Her agent says she will be part of a campaign to be released in mid-August. Victoria's Secret has previously come under fire for its stance on the transgender community.
I made there safely and it was gravy. I met with the doctor and it was like really quick. It's just like literally in and out kind of like procedure, which is so crazy to me. But I had I cannot say this word. I can't say it. Local anesthesia? No, that's somebody's name. So yeah, I had local anesthesia, which means like they give you pills and like they knock you out, but you're kind of awake, like you're kind of aware of your surroundings. You're not like passed out, like that's general anesthesia where you sleep and you don't feel a thing, hopefully. But I was a brave 20-year-old transgender lady, okay? And I had loco, so they gave me some pills. I took it back and I like laid on the stretcher and they like rolled me into this room. And then I was kind of like really drowsy. I didn't feel anything, but like I could hear things kind of. Like it was really weird. Halfway through the surgery, he's like, can you please open your mouth and say ah and make all these weird noises? So here I am laying on this freaking bed and he has a scalpel and he's like cutting my throat. And I was like, it was so weird. It was like scary, so scary. Now it was super important for me to find a doctor that would make the incision up in the crease of your neck, where you like tilt your head and stuff. That way you can hide it in the crease. I know a lot of doctors who do it like literally on top of the Adam's apple, which is not cute because you can see the scar, like it's so obvious. So you have to find a doctor. I really advise you to find a doctor who does it like up here. So that's where my scar is. It's about like an inch wide and it's not like too big. It's not noticeable anymore. The scar has faded. You can't see anything. So yes, find a doctor that does the incision up here. So they cut it here and they shave it down. They don't remove it. It's not like a ball that they remove. They have some tools that they just shave down the cartilage and it does not change your voice. I've had questions, people asking me like, does it make your pitch any higher or anything like that? The answer is no. You have to get vocal cord surgery if you want to have your voice higher. All right. Honestly, I'm making it sound way worse than it actually is. You know, it's scary, like getting your throat like sliced and diced and stuff, but it's actually not that bad. The recovery was fine. I had this white gauze, this white bandage around my throat for like a week. I was walking down the street the next day and all my sisters were like, hey girl. Yes, they totally knew that I was like a lady boy. They knew that I was like a toy, transgender. So it was cute. It was cute. I had like short hair and I was just so obvious. I will show you guys a picture of what my Adam's apple looked like before. So I'll move over and show you guys a picture. It was very prominent for me. I think it's more prominent in skinnier people because you don't have a lot of like fat or meat to hide it. Not everybody has an Adam's apple. I don't know. It really depends. Like mostly men, but not every man has it. And not to say that some women don't have it. Some women do. Like Megan Fox has one. And that's why people expect her to be like a man, but she's not. So yeah, mine was very prominent. But this is what it looks like after surgery. It was still swollen, but it was gone, and I was so happy. I was ecstatic because I was so tired of having to hide it. Like it just made me feel so self-conscious. Like I could not bear it. Like this I can hide, that I can hide, like no one sees that, but like it was just so hard to hide the Adam's apple. So I think that's like the main surgery that people want to get done first if they're starting out. I think it is cheaper to get surgery overseas, but I know a lot of people are scared and weary of like infection or, oh, what if you don't trust them or something. You just have to do your research. I did my research for my Adam's apple shaven down, the trachea shave, my breast augmentation, and infections can happen anywhere. I know girls in Canada who have gotten their surgery done here but have gotten infections. Like it's a really hit and miss. You have to do your research. I mean, I also got a vacation out of it. So it's like, do I pay the same price here and not get a vacation, or do I go over there, you know, have fun and enjoy the culture, eat the food and have a vacation and get the surgery as well? Or not. So it's kind of like, you know, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I want to go to Thailand. I want to meet my sisters. I want to lay on the beach and get my trachea shave. You know what I mean? So yeah. Another concerning point for me right now is the fact that the Adam's apple can grow back again. And I feel like it's happening. It's happening all over again, and I'm like freaking out. I did not know that. I'm pretty sure you didn't know that as well. But apparently the Adam's apple can grow back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm kind of like freaking out right now. I'm like, oh my god. In some angles you can see it like a little bit, but not really. Let me show you guys. So here's my profile. You probably can't see it now if you have like great posture and your head is like straight. Like you probably can't see my Adam's apple. It's like super flat.
Sweden is the most forward-thinking country in the world when it comes to questioning gender. The gender-neutral pronoun hen is now commonly used by most Swedes, and government-funded gender-neutral kindergartens often spark controversy in the foreign press. With recent victories for the trans rights movement and more young people defining something other than male and female than ever before, I'm curious to find out what it's like to grow up without the gender binary.
So I've just arrived in Örebro in Sweden. I'm about to go meet a family who are attempting to bring up their kids free from all gender norms. Hello, Amelia, nice to meet you. How are you?
This is Nico.
Hello.
This is Margareta, and
nice
this
to meet
is
you.
Nika. Margareta is my partner's mother.
And where's your partner?
At work.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody's got to bring home the veggie bacon.
If you think life is complicated, try dealing with a transgender girl texting a boy she just met at school.
She's made a new friend, and it's a boy. So I tell her, you know, if you're gonna have friends that are boys, they need to know immediately. I wanted to tell you that I was transgender, which means that I was a boy, but I became a girl. So I have a girl brain, but a male body.
A few moments later, the boy responds, obviously confused.
You just sent me, but you have a girl body, right? That's a very difficult question to ask. Why don't you tell him to watch the videos first?
Jazz texts him back to watch this online video of her, hoping it will help him to understand.
And I think like a girl, but I just have a boy body.
Oh, that's a cute video. So what parts of a boy do you have?
had an appointment recently at the Tavistock in London, and our second appointment is the second day I go back to school. I'm hoping for the blockers, really, just to make the whole package, really, make me happy, and that will be that. I'll be perfect.
And I would be quite happy for Kai to go on the hormone blockers now. I mean, he's nearly 10, but it would just give him some more time just to breathe without everything growing and being so overwhelming for him.
When I was about 3, I knew there was something wrong. I didn't know what happened, what was happening. But a year ago, I think now, I told my mum.
You didn't see anything or on TV or anything, and you thought you were the only one in the world. And I said, don't worry, there's other people. A lot of 10-year-olds wouldn't be dealing with these things. So I think it's made him a lot stronger because, you know, he has to stand up for himself a lot more and he has to explain himself a lot more to people.
What's so scary about us? I mean, I know it's new, but sometimes new things aren't what you expect it to be.
Maybe sometimes change is okay.
Yeah, sometimes change is okay. We need change.
We're trying to get to the heart of the issue about why bathroom policies are so disruptive for transgender kids. That is why we've come to Delaware to talk to a transgender child, Trinity, a 13-year-old transgender girl.
I'm a mum of 3 children. My youngest is trans, and I am extremely proud of him. I've just dropped him at a trans youth club, and he's never been to a trans youth club before. He's never met another trans child before. And when we walked through the door, his face just lit up, and I felt delighted.
So I just saw Mama's Melting post about some ignorant fuckwad on Fat Girl Fitness's photo of her wife holding their new baby. Somebody felt the need to say that they thought that marriage is just between a man and a woman on her family photo. If you feel that way, I'm with Mama's Melting. Get the fuck off my page. I have an amazing gender non-conforming partner. I have an amazing transgender child. I'm a queer woman on a weight loss journey who doesn't need your bullshit. I don't need it. I don't need your support. I don't need your likes. I don't need your follow. If you are an ignorant piece of trash who feels the need to say anything about my family, Fat Girl Fitness's family, or any other family that's anywhere like mine.
So I don't know if it's a Lupron shit that I'm taking or what, but my voice sounds so deep. It's January 17, 2017. I'm 2 weeks on Lupron. So this is my voice pre-testosterone. It's April 3rd, and April 5th, I'm crossing my fingers. I get my first testosterone shot. So I'm officially 1 week away from getting my first testosterone shot. So yeah, this is my voice pre-testosterone.
Here it goes.
Good
Got it.
That's it. Perfect. Now just squeeze it in. Just squeeze it.
Yes.
Good job.
Oh, he's getting his tea. He's getting his tea.
So your boy just got his first testosterone shot. It's April 14, 2017. Yo, this your boy Alex here. First day on testosterone. Just got my shot not even 2 hours ago. So this is my voice 1 day on testosterone. Yo, so this your boy Alex here. 1 week on testosterone. Yo, this your boy Alex here. So in 2 days, I will be 1 month on testosterone, and that mustache is still going. This is my voice 1 month on testosterone. Yo, this your boy Alex. So this update on facial hair, whatever. Going pretty good. Just got an ATO. Yo, it's your boy Alex here. This is my voice 3 months on testosterone. Yo, it's your boy Alex here. So I just upped my dose to 0.50 every 2 weeks. And this is my voice update, 4 months on testosterone. Yo, this is your boy Alex here. This is my 5-month on T update video. I haven't did a fucking update video in a long ass minute, and I'm sorry. Yo, this is your boy Alex. This is my voice. 5 months on testosterone. This is my voice. 5.5 months on testosterone. Facial hair update. Everything's coming in slowly. I'm very happy with how I'm progressing. So this is facial hair update. Just coming in. I just can't wait for the feeling like right here, because that's like, and my chin here too. So patch coming in. There's this bottom. There's bottom. It's going not good. Yo, it's your boy Alex here. This is my voice. 6 months on testosterone. So I feel like from my previous video, 5 months on T, it has dropped a significant amount. So I'm very happy about that, and I can't wait to see what my voice sounds like a year on testosterone. Yo, it's your boy Alex here. This is my voice. 7 months on testosterone. I'm about to be 8 months in less than a few weeks. What's poppin', everybody? It is your boy Alex here. This is my voice. 8 months on testosterone. I don't think I've done like an official update video yet, so this one in here before I go to work and I have to do all this stuff and then I forget again, which sucks, but I'm trying to do as many as I can because my plan. Been a minute since we kicked it, you've been caught up. Yo, what's poppin', everybody? It is your boy Alex here, coming back at you with a new video. This is my 9-month update on testosterone, which is crazy because... What's poppin', everybody? It is your boy Alex here, coming back at you with a new video. I'm officially 10 months on testosterone today, which is insane because, yo, time just goes by so fast, and the changes have literally just hit me like a freaking train. All not all at once, but it's one after the other, and it's kind of crazy just to see that. But I'm gonna go ahead and start putting gathering all my videos and stuff together so I could put my 1-year transition video on YouTube, and I'm so excited about that. What is poppin', everybody? It is your boy Alex here, coming back at you with a new video. So this is my voice. 11 months on testosterone, which is epic because I'm about to hit a whole entire year. 12 months on T. It's been a crazy journey, and I can't wait to see what's left in store. What is going on, everybody? And for maybe, I don't know how many videos I have done in the course of a whole entire year, but it's your boy Alex coming back at you with a voice update video, and this is not no ordinary update video. This is my long-awaited video of a whole year on testosterone, which is epic. I have so many words to say, but I can't seem to fit them all in one video, so I'm gonna do my transition video on YouTube for you guys and just show you how everything's been going, and just to see my process is crazy because literally when we were making the video, it was we just got so emotional because it was damn, that's when you really see the changes is then. But thanks for staying tuned, everybody.
Take this pink ribbon off my eyes. I'm exposed, and it's no big surprise. Don't you think I know exactly where I stand? This world is forcing me to hold your Cause I'm just a girl, a little lonely, with
But one thing that people were asking me so much in that video was, how'd you get your voice like that? And like, did you voice train? You have a feminine voice. Everyone was really complimenting my voice. I'm not trying to boost myself up or sound like a little cunt, basically. But I did get a lot of compliments on that, and I really did appreciate it a lot, you guys. So I'm just gonna kind of tell you guys my tips on how to, you know, kind of feminize your voice and to have that womanly sound, the best of my ability from what I have observed and from what I have experienced. So, okay. So a lot of people can do voice training. Now here's the thing about estrogen. A lot of people, which I'll dispute it and I'll talk to you guys about that in a separate video, but mostly if you go on hormones, estrogen does not always, usually doesn't reverse the effects that testosterone can have on the vocal cords, because I believe testosterone thickens the vocal cords and causes you to have a deeper voice. But just like any way of speaking and any way we talk, we can train ourselves to do a lot of things. You know, you work a muscle, it gets stronger. You lift weights, your muscles get stronger. So we can practice with our voice to have the pitch go higher and have a better tone. So one thing that I would practice when you're doing voice training is just imagine yourself. Imagine, this is something that Thessalonians said and it helped me a lot. I haven't done a lot of voice training. Mostly this is kind of my natural voice, but there have been times where I've peaked it up a little bit and I felt comfortable. But okay, first and foremost, feel comfortable with yourself, feel comfortable with your gender, feel comfortable with the fact that you're a woman inside and you're beautiful. So you need to express that and you need to accept that. So when you accept that and you feel more feminine, you're going to be able to embody and express the spirit of someone who is more feminine, of course. So feel comfortable. Don't feel that you have to have your voice deep just to make someone else comfortable or just to, you know, fit in better, okay? It doesn't matter if you fit in or stick out. So go ahead and say fuck you to that. And the next thing I want you to do is, male voices typically resonate in the chest. So I'm gonna kind of move my voice down to my chest. So my voices are head voice. Feminine voices are head voices. So my voice is up on my head, will bring it to my throat, and I'll kind of talk like this a little bit more, and it becomes a little bit more masculine. And then when we bring it down to our chest, I talk like this, and I start to sound like a man. So imagine, okay, my voice is back on my head now. I moved that bitch. But imagine your voice is a light. So the light right now is in my head, right? It's at the head. I'm gonna move, and the more you practice, the more you can do this. But I'm moving the light down, so into my throat, and we're gonna slowly move it down into my chest, and my voice is gonna resonate in my chest. And we are going to slowly raise it in my throat and in my head. So find where you normally talk. Where does your voice resonate from right now? Where is your voice at when you go out and you speak naturally? Where does your voice, you know, resonate? Is it in your throat more? Is it in your chest more? Like, is it in your head? Like, where is your voice resonating from? And then imagine that light and push that light up here and start talking in a feminine voice. And one thing that I would do is I'd look up song lyrics and I would read song lyrics to my favorite songs. You know, I'd just be like, I want to be the girl under you, you know, like reading my favorite songs out. Lady Gaga, you better fuck another song. But read your song lyrics, read a book, read in that voice and hold that voice there, because the more you practice it, the better your voice is going to get and the stronger. Just like I said, working a muscle, you work your voice to be higher. Eventually you will subconsciously accept that your voice is coming from up here and not down in here. So you practice it, and the better you get, the better you get. And sometimes the way I imagined it is I would imagine like a light above my head, and I start talking like this and doing that and being extreme. And if you really, 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 really want to get into it, run. The better your cardiovascular health is, the better your respiratory health is, the better your circulatory system is, the better your lungs are, the faster you can talk and the higher pitch, and the more you're going to be able to talk. Because when you have control of your lungs, you have more control over your voice. So one thing that I would do is I would start talking to myself, just having a conversation in the voice that I wanted to have it in, but I'd start running laps. I'd be running laps as I'm talking to myself when my breath is, I'd be like, hi, my name is Justin, I love to, you know, and I would just be running, because that way you're talking while your lungs are at a higher straining. So you are truly practicing the strength of your feminine voice. So
you have female models modeling as males because they have structural parts of their body that are more masculine than female, or they just fucking rock it. You have men who are wearing women's clothing, not in a transvestite kind of way, but just because they can. Look at Jaden over here. I mean, he's basically put so much confusion into a lot of people's minds by becoming the female face of a very well-known brand. And everyone's like, hey, but he's a boy. But he's a beautiful boy. he's soft and he's gorgeous, and why can't he wear a fucking dress or a skirt if he wants to? So androgynous is just about having both male and female characteristics. Sometimes I identify as androgynous too, or have more androgynous traits. You know, I like to dress in a way that is comfortable for me, or to come across in a way that is comfortable for me, that sometimes I am mistaken for a boy. Many times I've been called sir, I've been told I can't try on the female perfume, I've been looked at weirdly in my ID card, you know, like I'm so used to it. But many times that has happened to me because I have a bit more of a boisterous or androgynous look to myself. I even got told once by a gay man at a festival in South Africa, the Pink Luri Festival down in Knysna, that I was very confusing to the homosexual man because they don't know how they feel about me. Do you know what I mean? They're not sure if they want to fuck me or if they want to just be my friend, because there's something about me that makes them feel like they're attracted to me even though they know I'm a lesbian and they're gay. So I'll take it as a compliment. Thanks. Interesting fact though. Now listen to this. I didn't know of this, and I'm sure most of you out there who have studied ancient Greek mythology know about this, and those of you who haven't, I'm about to school your ass. Alright? Androgyny and homosexuality are seen in Plato's Symposium in a myth that Aristophanes tells the audience. People used to be spherical creatures with two bodies attached back to back who cartwheeled around. There were three sexes: the male people who descended from the sun, the female people who descended from the earth, and the male female people who descended from the moon. This last pairing represented the androgynous couple. These sphere people tried to take over the gods and failed. Zeus then decided to cut them in half and had Apollo stitch them together, leaving the navel as a reminder to not defy the gods again. If they did, he would cleave them into two again to hop around on one leg. Plato states in his work that homosexuality is not shameful. Son, that comes back. Psh. This is one of the earlier written references to androgyny. Other earlier references to androgyny include astronomy. So let's have a moment for fucking history. David Bowie, Mick Jagger, Elvis Presley, Jared Leto, all known for their androgyny. Men who wore makeup and pulled it off like a boss bitch. You know who else? Boy George. All of these people known for their androgyny. People who are icons, people who are loved by so many people. Did I just burst your little bubble? Oh, you right-wing extremists that just absolutely love Elvis Presley, did I just burst your bubble? Yes, I did. Bitch wore eyeliner. Bitch wore eyeliner. Female icon, Coco Chanel. You all know the story. She introduced trousers in a time where fashion was all about flapper dresses. However, the boy cut was in. So you could have a little boyish cut and flapper dresses, but you weren't allowed to wear trousers. No, what are you talking about? Coco was like, I ain't down for this shit, so hallelujah, Coco. Because guess what? The female pantsuit, it's the one right now. Do you know what I mean? When a woman walks into an office rocking her pantsuit, everyone's like, oh hail, she looking good. She the boss. But, you know, back in the 20s, it was just unheard of. So thank you, Coco, for changing things around. You revolutionized fashion. Androgyny is a thing and people are pulling it off left, right and center. The only thing about being androgynous is that it doesn't come down to your sex. It doesn't make you less male, more female, less male. It's just your characteristics. How you identify, the stuff you want to wear, how you put yourself out there. You know, we've got dapper females, we've got more femme men, even though all of these people can still be heterosexuals, or they can be within the LGBT, they can be bi, they can be non-binary, they can be asexual, they can be whatever they want to be.
Welcome back to my second channel. I feel like lately I've really wanted to do a ton of videos that I feel like are not super suitable for my main channel. So shout out to you if you're watching me on my second channel right now. I really appreciate it. I'm going to do a bunch of different stuff on here. Beauty related videos, personal videos. Today's video is about hormones in regards to my transition. If you're new to this channel, I'm a transgender woman and part of that is taking hormones. I get a lot of people asking me about hormones. What do I take? How much do I take? What does it involve? What are the changes in my body? What does it really do for you? A lot of trans people want to know because maybe they're new in their transition, and a lot of non-trans people want to know because they're just some curious Georges. First and foremost, do not self-medicate. If you self-medicate, you're a dumbass. Point blank period, you're a dumbass. A lot of trans people have died or had really serious health complications from self-medicating and just getting hormones, you know, through the black market or from online. And so it's not something I suggest. It's something I actually suggest against. So yeah, I just wanted to put that disclaimer out. So before I talk about what hormones have done for my body and my appearance, I'm going to show you guys what hormones I take. So the first thing I take is spironolactone. So spironolactone is basically a testosterone blocker. This doesn't give me estrogen, but it definitely blocks my testosterone, which makes room for the estrogen to come in. And these are 100 milligram tablets, and I take them twice a day, one in the morning, one at night. So along with that, I have estradiol. Estradiol is, as you probably guessed, estrogen. They are 2 milligram tablets, and I take 1 tablet twice a day, morning and night as well. Now here is something my doctor prescribed me that I feel like a lot of trans people don't take. It's called finasteride. So finasteride is basically for your hair health and to ensure you don't bald, which estrogen helps a lot with that, but this is basically just insurance that, you know, going forward in the future, even though I'm on hormones, this keeps my hair healthy and it keeps it full and it prevents balding in the long term. I'm not balding now, but it's something I never want to happen, so this keeps that from happening. So here are the physical changes. I wrote down hairline and hair quality. So my hairline before I started estrogen was janky. Like my hairline was literally about to here. It was terrible. Like I was quite literally balding, and estrogen definitely helped with that. It turned back the clock, honestly. I started noticing like baby hairs growing in and my hairline lowering within a few months of being on estrogen. Now it only did so much. I did have actually a hairline lowering surgery a few years later after I started estrogen. But it definitely helped. Like I got a good like inch of baby hair growth, which made a huge difference in my hairline presentation. So hair quality is also what changed. So my hair, when I am not on hormones, is so oily. Like literally I can wash my hair with the most drying of dry shampoos, and within 3 hours my hair looks like it's wet because it's just so oily. And that completely changed when I went on estrogen. My hair got a lot silkier, a lot smoother, and the oil takes a lot longer to take place in my hair. Next thing I wrote is my face. So my face changed quite a bit with hormones. Before I went on hormones, my face was a lot more angular. Like my jaw was a lot more pronounced. I had like no cheek fat, and things were just really different on my face in terms of fat distribution. So I got a lot more fat here in the apples of my cheeks. I also got fat along the jawline, which I really needed because my jaw was just all bone and it was really sharp before. Now, one thing hormones do not do is change the bone structure in your face. So for me, it did mask the bone structure a little bit in terms of fat on the jaw, but obviously it didn't change the structure of the bone. So I've had facial feminization surgery, which I had my brow bone done, I had my nose done, and my hairline, like I said. The reason I did that surgery is because no matter how much hormones I took, it was never ever gonna change the structure of my brow bone. And my profile before was really pronounced in terms of this. It was very masculine looking. And then my nose as well had a very masculine look to it as well. So I needed to do that just because obviously hormones were not gonna fix the bones in my face. The next thing I have is body fat. So when you're on estrogen, you gain hella weight. I started gaining weight about 6 months into taking hormones, and a lot of that weight has really stuck to me. I'm by no means fat. I'm still a relatively thin person, but before I was on hormones, I was so thin. I'm gonna put a picture of my legs before I went on hormones in here. It's kind of insane how skinny they were. I had the worst chicken legs, and that was the first place estrogen put fat on my body, which is my legs, which I really needed because my legs did not look feminine at all, and now they're a lot better looking. Only place that didn't give me fat was my boobs. So I got no breast growth from hormones, like none. I had enlarged nipples and that's about it. No breast growth, so I had to get implants.
But I wanna be the real thing. I can fool you and attract attention, camouflage my nature. magic's in the makeup. The magic's in the makeup.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is episode 2 of the mini-series Trans Tips Tuesdays. In today's video I'm going to share with you guys all my tips when it comes to reshaping the body, giving yourself a more feminine figure. I know people say that hormone therapy is going to work too, but from what I'm aware of that takes quite a while and I really don't have time to wait about, so I use this in the meantime. So if you want to see how I get my shape from this to this, then keep on watching. Right, let's get started. Alright guys, so for the purpose of this video, I'm wearing a vest. I've just had a breast augmentation done and the compression bra is pretty see-through, so I don't really want to flash anyone today. So this is a waist shaper and it's got 4 Velcro straps on it. 2 are large and 2 are small. So you want to take the 2 large straps and we're just going to put that around our waist. And then you're going to take your 2 smaller straps and just tighten them as far as you can. This is the part that will really determine how thin your waist will show. Next, I'm taking a waist trainer. I'm going to put that on top. This helps to smooth out any of the lumps and bumps created by the waist shaper. There we go, nice and smoothed out. Next is a body shaper, or a hold me in, whatever you call it. I'm just going to step into this, and once again this is just going to help smooth everything out and keep everything where it's meant to be. Now step 4 is we have these lovely granny panties. These granny panties have built-in bum pads. And I'm also going to take some foam hip pads and slide them in the side once I put them on. What the pads are going to do are they're going to fill out the dips that we get in our hips, hip dips, just in there. And that'll help towards a more hourglass figure. So yes, these pants gave me the biggest camel toe, so I've covered it with an emoji. Yeah, cute. I wouldn't wear any leggings with these or anything tight. Right, that's all sorted. I'm just going to pull that down, cover that camel toe. And as you can see with the body shaper on, and just smooth everything out underneath. It gives you the nice silhouette. So next I'm just going to pop on a bodycon dress to give you the full effect of how it's going to look. Here we have it. As you can see, the waist has been pulled in and the hips are rounder, giving you that hourglass figure, which for us trans girls is quite hard to get. So I hope some of you can take some tips from this to boost your self-confidence when it comes to achieving a more feminine figure. Be sure to check out my previous video on how I conceal my 5 o'clock shadow, and if you have any questions please drop them down below in the comments and I'll be sure to get back to you. Or you can ask me them on social media. You can find me on Instagram and Snapchat, and that's just both Nia Graham with an extra M at the end. I'll link that down below in the description, along with all the products that I used in this video. And make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you can see all my future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
So before I show you what I look like, I just want you to know I did this for the sake of the video. I look like I'm 12. Hey everyone, I'm Alexander Jasper J, and today I'm going to be redoing an old video of mine in which I also looked like a 12-year-old. I was 18 or 17. 17? 18? I actually don't know how old I was. I'm going to be taking a look back at my video, How to Deepen Your Voice FTM, which is one of my most popular videos on my channel for some reason. I've always kind of regretted making that video, not because of the content really, because it does work. I filmed that on a tablet camera way too close to my face with no lights on. The light in that video is from the screen of that tablet with the brightness just turned all the way up. It was bad, but it got over 100,000 views. First things first, don't talk like I am now. Don't talk from so high up. You're gonna wanna talk from a bit lower down. When you talk from lower down, it allows your voice to get a little bit more bass. You're not talking with as much musicality, which makes it a horrible YouTube voice. Most YouTubers, you'll notice, will talk from way up here. It's the opposite of what you'd want to do when you're trying to deepen your voice in order to pass in certain situations. As bullshit as I think it is that there is so much emphasis on passing within the trans community, I also understand that there is a safety aspect surrounding it, which was a big reason as to why I deepened my voice every single day when I was pre-T. The next thing I'm gonna show you is the exercise in my previous video. So what you want to do is you want to hum, and you want to be able to feel the vibrations within the sinuses. It should feel just a little bit funny. So you're gonna start off humming in your normal speaking range, and then you're gonna work your voice down to as low as you can go while tilting your head upwards and then bringing it back down. So when you tilt your head up and down while humming and you're bringing that range from the high to the low, what you're doing is you're stretching your vocal cords, and it forces them to relax a little bit. And when your vocal cords are relaxed and they're stretched, they vibrate a little bit slower, which then allows for your voice to get a little bit deeper than it normally would be. Now it's time to embarrass myself a little bit. So if you do that and then you make the effort to talk from your chest without trying to force it too much, you will get the effect of having a deeper voice than you normally would. It works, it's helped me, it's helped a lot of people who watched my previous video, and hopefully it can help you or whoever else. Yeah. That's pretty much it. This was just all I wanted to do for this video. It's pretty quick. If you like this video, you can go ahead and give it a like. If you really liked it, you can go ahead and subscribe. And any way you feel about it, feel free to comment. If you want to follow me on other forms of social media, links to my Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter will be in the description below. Peace out, Scout people. I shall see you soon. Bye.
Yeah, I had no breast growth. Next thing is body hair. So body hair was definitely changed a lot for me. Before I went on hormones, I was by no means an extremely hairy person, but I definitely had really hairy legs. And over time, you know, this is a change that took about a year plus to really take effect. Was my body hair reduced quite a bit. So it used to be when I shaved my legs before I went on estrogen, the hair would be there that night. Like I'd have a 5 o'clock shadow on my freaking legs. Now I can shave my legs and not worry about it for a few days, which is great. Skin. So your skin definitely gets a lot softer on estrogen. You're just a lot smoother, which is great. Not really much else to say for that. Veins. Okay, so this is something that I know is true, but that I have not had validated by a doctor. But before I went on hormones, my arms used to be so veiny. My legs as well. Like literally just bulging veins in my hands and my arms and my legs, and it was very masculine looking, and that changed really quickly when I went on hormones. Before I went on hormones, all of this would just be veins and veins and veins, and part of it was being a lot skinnier as well before I went on hormones. Like if you look at like really skinny guys, their arms are really veiny, but if you look at really skinny girls, their arms usually aren't like that, because I think it is like a male thing. But that went away pretty quickly too. Next thing is butt. So that kind of goes along with fat distribution with hormones, but my butt got like a lot bigger. I had the boniest ass ever. Okay, so that's pretty much it in terms of physical changes. Honestly, everything else I had to tweak with surgery. Hormones don't affect your voice. That's a really common misconception. For male to female. For female to male, it definitely affects your voice, the testosterone. But for male to female, you have to definitely, if you don't have a voice that you feel like is passable or feminine, you definitely have to go to a coach for that, I think. But for me, I never had to do that. Okay, so now on to the emotional and mental changes. So I became a completely different person when I went on hormones. And maybe that sounds scary to some people, but for me, I was changed only in positive ways. Before I went on hormones, I was a lot more immature. I had less of a positive outlook on life. I had less of a structured plan for my future. But it was like overnight that when I started taking hormones, maybe it was just the shift in me taking control of my own life and my own destiny. But ever since then, I've been a really hard worker and I've known exactly what I wanted in life. And like before that, I had no direction in life. You definitely become a lot more emotional when you're on hormones, especially if you're not super consistent with it. I have found that my emotional stability isn't rocky when I'm on estrogen flat out, like really consistently. The emotions and the mood swings actually come when I'm not being consistent. So if I miss a day or two, a couple days, or if I, don't take the right dose or whatever, if I'm not at the right level, that's when the mood swings come. When I'm consistent with my hormones and, not forgetting them or whatever, my mood's actually perfect. So estrogen itself, I feel like, doesn't make me moody. And about a year or so into taking hormones, I actually started thinking about kids. Like, I started thinking about having a family, and my biological clock, as they say, started ticking. So that was a feeling that didn't come before hormones. Like, I did not want kids at all. But now I want kids. I can, literally watch a video on YouTube of, this is going to sound so corny, but I watch videos of, animal mothers giving birth, like a cow giving birth or an elephant giving birth, and I will bawl. I will cry so hard because I think it's so beautiful, and I know I would not be like that before I went on hormones. So that's one thing. So I know everyone talks about oh, hormones make you so emotional. They do, but only when I get to a certain point. If I'm sad, which is kind of rare, I get really sad on hormones. If I'm happy, I'm really happy. You know what I mean? It's more of extreme emotions. It's not necessarily me constantly being upset or emotional or crying. So let's talk about some things that hormones do not affect. So a lot of trans people online will have you believe hormones do all these crazy things, and I just get so annoyed by that. I'm going to give you guys the real. Hormones, like I said, do not affect your bone structure. Hormones do not give you very much breast growth unless you do it when you're really young, 13, 14, etc. If you do it in your 20s or later, you'll be really lucky to have any growth. So I needed implants because I started at 20. Hormones do not affect your voice if you are a trans woman. If you're a trans man, your voice will likely be affected by testosterone. What else? Height. Hormones do not affect your height. They don't make you shorter, don't make you taller. The only thing that they do in terms of height is if you start it when you're really, really young, like I said, 13 or 14, it's going to stunt your growth and you're going to probably be the average height of the average female. But if you start later than that, then it doesn't do anything for you. I honestly do feel like hormones are very necessary in a transition. Hormones change a lot of things about you, but only in subtle ways. But all of that adds up to kind of a large change. Surgeries change one thing about you in really large ways.
I'm Walt Heyer, and when I went in 1983 for, quote, gender reassignment surgery as Walt, I came out of that surgery as Laura Jensen, female. I spent 8 years as a transgender female, totally convinced that being a transgender was the right thing to do until I studied psychology and realized that it's a psychological issue. You don't need to change genders. You just need to be redeemed and restored by Christ. I was seeing a therapist, and I told him I wanted to go to church, but I was a little afraid to go to church. And he said, well, let me call my pastor friend, and it's close to where you live. Went into the church, and I was Laura at the time. I was welcomed. I gave my address and phone number in the little welcome book and listened to the message that day. And later on that afternoon, the pastor of the church knocked on my front door, and I opened it, and he didn't say anything. He just stepped inside and said, we don't want your kind in our church. I took a step back and he left, but I realized the next time that I went to a church, I was going to go in and actually see the pastor and ask him if it was okay if I came to church. I went to another church. I said, Pastor Jeff, I said, I'm female, identified as a female, transgender. Are you going to try to change me back to being Walt? And he kind of leaned back in his chair and he said, no. He said, my job is just to love you. And it's God's job to change you. That's what God does sometimes. With that, I felt comfortable and I started going to that church. That was where I actually found my way back to the Lord and my redemption. To single out people who identify as a transgender person as being something out of the ordinary is a bit perplexing because they just wear their difficulty outside. I just love helping people who are struggling with gender identity, and I help everyone who wants to find a way back and be redeemed and restored. I've been walking with somebody who was out in the LGBT world, was a transgender, and is now through just gentle, kind dialogue, has now professed their faith in Christ and is now detransitioned. We have an opportunity to meet with these people head on and not abuse them, but to bring them to Christ. Once we realize that, instead of sending them away and telling them they're not right yet, that the broken people, the place for them is in the church. It's a hospital for broken people. That's what the church is.